Now, your lordships and your honourable members, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. John, a few words about, because it's important to just remind people that 25,000 British citizens go for Hajj, approximately between 20 and 25,000, over 100,000 visit on an annual basis. And it's important that we remind people not only their rights but also their responsibilities, to awaken them, to make them aware of what to expect in terms of health and safety. I want to say thank you to British Hujjaj Association, who have been committed. The whole team, Khalid Pervez and all his team have been committed for the last 12 years, that every year they go around the country without any money from government, without any government from anybody else, apart from the maybe National Health Service, who've given them some support in relation to meningitis awareness. It's very important that people are aware the importance of meningitis, jabs, the importance of preparing first in time, mentally, but also making sure that they don't fall in the hands of a very small minority, occasionally agents who take their money and then do a runner. I usually seek services from Shakil Nabil Tours, who have been excellent. And that's why I need to say this, that the majority of people who provide services have been excellent. He doesn't give me any discount by way of saying that. But he provides an excellent service. There are many others who provide excellent service. And it's important to mention those people who provide excellent service, but also to mention that be careful. There are some horrible people out there who have been prosecuted in the past, and we want to thank the authorities, the police, and also consumer protection, who've taken legal action against those people. So with that very short introduction, I'm going to ask my friend Phil Hunt, Lord Hunt, to say a few words. Deputy Leader of Labour Group in the House of Lords.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Lord Ahmed, and it's a great privilege to be here today. I'm sorry I can only stay a couple of minutes because we've got some debates in the House of Lords this afternoon which I'm taking part in. It was 12 years ago that I first attended a meeting of ABH in Birmingham, where the first health and safety meeting was held. And it is amazing to me how much progress has been made over those intervening years. And as a result of the work of ABH, thousands of our fellow citizens have gone safely on pilgrimage and returned and have received great encouragement as a result of their experience. And I think we owe a huge debt to ABH for the work that they do. But we can never be complacent. And the message around health and safety, I think, is as important today as it was in 1999 when you first started. I also want to say that the point that's been raised about travel arrangements and tour operators is one that is very well made. I remember in Small Heath 2 years ago when you held a meeting for pilgrims who had returned, where they were talking about their experiences, both good and bad. And I was very struck then by the evidence that were being given by pilgrims as to the unscrupulousness of some tour operators. Now, as we've heard, it's very unfair to tar all tour operators with a bad brush, because many of them are very reputable. But there still remains a major problem. I know that you've been in discussions with a number of government departments about this. I believe government could be more proactive. I will work with you to ensure that we do encourage the government to be more proactive. But I think the key message is that the work of ABH has been absolutely amazing over the last 12 years. I'm very proud that it's based in Birmingham, and I just wish you every success for the future.
Thank you very much. And we'd like to listen to you, Dr. Saab.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, respected congregation. First of all, I'm a GP from Birmingham, and I'm a member of the ABS for the last many, many years. Every year, I come with them over here and also in the Birmingham and other cities. I talk about taking some steps before you go to Saudi Arabia so that you can have good health, enjoy there. So certain things I tell all you. Here, even while in Birmingham, we get a big gathering of these Hajj going to Saudi Arabia and talk over there. As Lord Saab said that 125,000 people, Muslims, went each year to Saudi Arabia for Hajj as well as Umrah. So we try our best to give the maximum information, how can you have a good health over there. So that's the way I come over here to talk about it. First of all, I advise the people 4 to 6 weeks before you go to Saudi Arabia and discuss all your health problems with the GP. Because when they're talking about that, there are certain problems or health issues like the TB. Those people are advised not to go for Hajj because active TB, that's the threat there because too many people over there, it's a droplet infection. You cough, you talk, you sneeze, you pass on the TB to other people who are healthy people over there. And sometimes in tent, you're sleeping like in a row. You're 20, 30 people, and you start suffering, you keep on giving them. So they are advised not to go for the Hajj, wait, they get their treatment, get better, healthy, and next year, after that year, they can go for Hajj. Second, chronic problem. Some people suffering from diabetes, some suffering from blood pressure, some suffering from asthma. Those chronic illnesses, they must see their own doctor. And they must get all the medicine for 4 weeks, they're saying for 4 weeks or 6 weeks, they must take their medication with them. Because medication are very costly over there in Saudi Arabia when you buy them, you can have from your GP, free of charge mostly, and those people who don't have to pay. So must make sure you got all medication with you instead of going there without medication and coming back more seriously ill. So it's not advisable for them. So all the medication we talk to them and tell them they must take all these things. Third thing we talk about that the people who have a dental problem or who have an eye problem, these glasses, they can break, you must take a 2 glasses, pair of glasses. They can be useful. Check with your dentist if you had any problem of your dental problem, oral hygiene, the dentist will explain to you and tell you what you are going to do for next 4 to 6 weeks while you are still there. So get your advice, prepare yourself, and get ready because it's not an easy job doing Hajj. 5 days continuous, the thing you are doing, you're moving up and about. It's a really very hard thing, and you have to prepare yourself and your health to stay healthy over there so that you can perform your Hajj. If you got ill there, you will lose your Hajj. The best thing is prepare yourself in every aspect so that you can perform your Hajj. Next thing is that, which I talk about the ladies, ladies usually, we advise them as a GP because certain ladies get the period during that time. So they have to delay, they have to avoid to have the period those time. They must see the GP, he can give some, some treatment, keep it, you to do it, and the period can be delayed, and the sister can perform their Hajj safely. So that's another thing. Apart from that, we give the general advice about, because it's a 5 days hard sort of thing, and usually you have to walk, and for that, certain people who have not had any exercise before going there, 4 to 6 weeks before they start having exercise, it's about 4 miles you must be able to walk without getting tired. And if you're doing it on the very first day, lactic acidosis, we call it in medical terms, you get in your leg, you won't be able to walk the next day. So best thing is you must walk every day 3 to 4 miles, gradually you build your body that you can go for 6 miles without getting tired. That's very, very important. When I was on the delegation in 2002, I have seen a lot of patients having that problem. The next day, they can't walk because they got all electrical in their leg. They were unable to perform the rest of the 4 days. So that's what one of the factors you must see that. Now finally, while I'm talking over there, all these sort of things, this is, I'm telling you short because the Lord gave me very kindly 7 to 10 minutes, so I can finish it that time, maybe earlier than that. So another thing we talked about, general health, like smoking. We advise smoking is not good. In any case for anybody, any human being, smoking is bad, it's bad. Not only if I smoke here, in 5 minutes smoke will go away, but smoke doesn't go away. I'm smoking, I'm actively smoking, I'm an active smoker. When they disappear and everybody here, they are passively smoking, they are breathing in the same atmosphere. When you open the door, the smoke goes to other room. So in the house, it's not you're smoking in one room, you're smoking in one room, and it goes all the room in the house, your children, your wife, everybody smoking. And there is a lot of death yearly due to passive smoking. Lung cancer is a common thing over there. So we advise on these meetings about the smoking. We also talk about this hepatitis. Everybody knows hepatitis is a killer, especially the hepatitis B and C. How we get this hepatitis? When you go on the head, there you have to remove your hair. Whenever you want to remove your hair, don't use the razor blade which is used by everybody. You have to get the new razor blade by your head. And that's the way you can protect getting the hepatitis from other patients. It's not only you are there, it's there all over the world, different countries, that people come over there, some of them, they have hepatitis B or C, so you have to protect it. You should not get that sort of thing. So that's the way you protect them. If you're getting a shaving done, must make sure you got a new blade in the razor blade and it is not a used one by other people. So these are the measures we tell them not to have the hepatitis. And also we talk about, because we're living in England, and we every year know, the year is starting, about flu vaccination, especially those elderly people and those people who are at risk like diabetes, asthma, COPD. They must get flu injection when you're. This is general advice we're giving to people over here. And the most serious thing which is important for every Haji before they go there, they must have that injection, that's the meningitis injection, which Dr. Razak said is going to talk about. That sort of thing, talk we give here in small, in short way, and when you are talking to the big gathering in Birmingham, before the Hajis go there, we tell every detail how they can protect their health while they are in Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much.
But he is the man who I'm going to ask to talk about meningitis now.
Thank you, my lord. May I say, to start with, that, my lord, it will be a great pleasure indeed to offer my humble services yet again this year. My lord, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, meningitis is a well-known, notorious killer disease which respects no national or international boundaries. It is highly infectious and rapidly spreads from one person to another. It is literally incurable and indeed. Those few who do manage to survive through most intensive hospital treatment often end up with all the miserable sequelae, such as, to dilate upon this particular point, if I may. Some 2 years ago, a